Imagine looking in the mirror tomorrow morning and seeing a fresher face, brighter eyes, and skin that just looks more alive. Not after months, not after expensive treatments, but starting today. What if I told you that looking younger isn't really about age at all, but about what's happening inside your body right now? Most people think aging is something you can't control. They blame genetics, stress, or time. But the truth is, the fastest way your face ages has everything to do with inflammation, insulin, and nutrient deficiencies. And the good news is, these are things you can change. Let's start with something simple that makes an instant difference. Sugar. Every time you eat sugar or refined carbs, your insulin spikes. When insulin stays high, it damages collagen and elastin, the proteins that keep your skin firm and smooth. This process is called glycation, and it's one of the fastest ways to age your face. Puffy eyes, sagging skin, fine lines, all of that accelerates when insulin is high. The moment you start lowering sugar and refined carbs, your skin begins to calm down. Less puffiness, more definition, and a healthier glow often show up within days. Now let's talk about inflammation. Inflammation makes you look older fast. Redness, dull skin, dark circles, and even wrinkles are strongly linked to chronic inflammation. One of the biggest causes is seed oils and processed foods. These oils disrupt your cell membranes and create oxidative stress. When you switch to healthy fats like olive oil, grass-fed butter, and avocados, your skin cells become more resilient. Healthy fats help build strong cell walls, which means better hydration and smoother skin almost immediately. Hydration is another huge factor, but not in the way most people think. Drinking water alone isn't enough if your electrolytes are off. When your body is low in potassium, sodium, or magnesium, water doesn't stay in the cells where it belongs. Your skin looks dry and tired even if you drink a lot of water. Foods rich in potassium like leafy greens and avocados help pull water into the cells. When your cells are hydrated, your skin looks plumper and younger. This is one of the fastest visual changes you can experience. Let's move to nutrients that directly affect how young you look. Vitamin C is critical for collagen production. Without enough vitamin C, your skin loses strength and elasticity. You don't need supplements right away. Just adding more vitamin C-rich foods like bell peppers, leafy greens, and certain berries can improve skin tone and brightness. People often notice their skin looks clearer and more even within a short time. Zinc is another key nutrient. Zinc supports skin repair and reduces inflammation. When zinc is low, skin heals slower and looks more worn out. Adequate zinc helps your skin renew itself faster, which gives you that fresh, rested appearance. This is especially important if you notice dull skin or slow healing. Now here's something most people completely overlook. Sleep. Not just how long you sleep, but the quality of it. Deep sleep is when your body releases growth hormone, which repairs tissues, including skin. If you stay up late, snack at night, or expose yourself to bright screens before bed, your sleep quality drops. That shows up on your face the next day as dark circles and a tired look. Improving sleep hygiene alone can make you look noticeably younger within a week. Let's talk about stress. Chronic stress raises cortisol. High cortisol breaks down collagen and causes fat redistribution in the face, especially around the jaw and cheeks. This can make the face look older and less defined. Simple breathing exercises, walking, or even short breaks from screens can lower cortisol. When cortisol comes down, your facial muscles relax, inflammation drops, and your face looks softer and younger. Another powerful but simple strategy is intermittent fasting. When you stop eating all day long, your body switches into repair mode. Autophagy increases, which means your body starts cleaning up damaged proteins and old cells. This process directly affects skin quality. Many people notice clearer skin, less puffiness, and sharper facial features when they practice intermittent fasting consistently. Posture also plays a surprising role. When your head is constantly tilted forward looking at a phone, it affects blood flow to the face and creates tension in the neck and jaw. Improving posture improves circulation and lymphatic drainage. Better circulation means more oxygen and nutrients to the skin, which gives you a healthier, younger look. Let's not forget the lymphatic system. Puffiness in the face is often lymphatic congestion, not fat. Gentle facial movement, chewing fibrous foods, and even simple neck stretches help lymph flow. When lymph drains properly, your face looks slimmer and more defined, sometimes within hours. Here's the big takeaway. Looking younger instantly isn't about covering things up. It's about removing what's aging you and supplying what your body needs. Lower insulin, reduce inflammation, improve hydration at the cellular level, support collagen with the right nutrients, sleep deeper, manage stress. These changes don't just make you look younger, they make you healthier. When your body is healthy on the inside, it shows on the outside. Your skin becomes clearer, your eyes brighter, and your face more alive. And the best part is, these are changes you can start today. If you found this helpful, make sure to take action, not just watch. Small changes done consistently can completely transform how you look and feel when we talk about aging. Most people immediately think about wrinkles, sagging skin, or gray hair, but what almost no one talks about is what actually causes the face to age so fast in the first place. It's not just time, it's not just genetics. The real drivers are high insulin and chronic inflammation, and these two quietly change how your face looks long before you realize what's happening. Let's start with insulin, because this is one of the most underestimated aging hormones in the body. Insulin's main job is to control blood sugar, but when insulin stays high too often, it triggers a chain reaction that directly damages your skin. Every time you eat sugar or refined carbohydrates like white bread, pasta, pastries, sweet drinks, or even frequent snacking, insulin rises. When this happens repeatedly throughout the day, insulin doesn't get a chance to come down. That's when problems begin. High insulin leads to a process called glycation. This is when sugar molecules attach to proteins in your body, including collagen and elastin. Collagen is what keeps your skin firm. Elastin is what keeps it flexible. When these proteins become glycated, they stiffen and weaken. Instead of smooth, resilient skin, you start seeing fine lines, sagging, and a rougher texture. What's important to understand is that this damage isn't slow. It accelerates rapidly when insulin is constantly elevated. This is why people who consume a high sugar, high carb diet often look older than they are. Our skin loses its glow, their face becomes puffy, and wrinkles appear earlier. And this doesn't just affect the skin. High insulin also increases oil production and inflammation, which can worsen acne, redness, and uneven skin tone at any age. Now let's talk about facial puffiness, especially around the eyes and cheeks. This is another classic sign of high insulin. Insulin causes the kidneys to retain sodium, which leads to water retention. That extra water often shows up in the face. Puffy eyelids, swollen cheeks, and a bloated look are not signs of aging from time alone. They're signs of metabolic stress. The moment insulin starts to normalize, excess fluid begins to release, and the face looks leaner and more defined. Another key point is how insulin affects hormones that protect youth. High insulin suppresses growth hormone. Growth hormone is critical for tissue repair, skin renewal, and maintaining a youthful appearance. When growth hormone is low, skin repairs slower, elasticity declines, and recovery from daily damage is reduced. This is why people with insulin resistance often feel like they're aging faster, not just in appearance, but in how their body feels overall. Now let's bring inflammation into the picture, because insulin and inflammation go hand in hand. Chronic inflammation is like a slow-burning fire inside your body. You may not feel it, but your skin shows it. Inflammation breaks down collagen, disrupts blood flow to the skin, and interferes with nutrient delivery to skin cells. The result is dull skin, uneven tone, redness, and premature aging. One of the biggest contributors to inflammation is processed food. Highly refined carbohydrates, sugary snacks, artificial additives, and industrial seed oils all trigger inflammatory pathways. These foods create oxidative stress, which damages skin cells at a deep level. Over time, this damage becomes visible as wrinkles, sagging, and loss of firmness. Inflammation also affects the small blood vessels that supply your skin. When blood vessels are inflamed, circulation becomes less efficient. Skin cells receive less oxygen and fewer nutrients. This leads to a tired, aged appearance. That dull, grayish look many people notice isn't about age. It's about circulation and inflammation. Let's talk specifically about the face, because facial skin is extremely sensitive to inflammation. The face has a dense network of capillaries and lymphatic vessels. When inflammation increases, lymphatic drainage slows down. This leads to fluid buildup, especially under the eyes and along the jawline. This is why chronic inflammation can blur facial contours and make the face look heavier and older. Now, here's the good news. The face responds very quickly when insulin and inflammation come down. This is why changes in diet can lead to visible improvements in a short period of time. When you reduce sugar and refined carbohydrates, insulin levels drop. As insulin drops, glycation slows down, water retention decreases, and inflammation begins to calm. Within days, many people notice less facial puffiness. Their eyes look more open, their jawline becomes more defined, skin tone starts to even out. This isn't magic, it's physiology. Another powerful benefit of lowering insulin is improved fat distribution. High insulin encourages fat storage, including in the face and neck. When insulin is consistently high, the body stays in storage mode. When insulin drops, the body can access stored fat for energy. This can subtly change facial structure, making features look sharper and more youthful. Inflammation reduction also allows the skin's natural repair systems to work properly. Skin is constantly renewing itself, but inflammation slows this process. When inflammation decreases, skin turnover improves. Old, damaged skin cells are replaced more efficiently, revealing fresher skin underneath. Let's not forget the role of oxidative stress. High blood sugar increases free radicals, which damage skin cells and DNA. Antioxidant systems in the body become overwhelmed when insulin and inflammation are high. Lowering sugar intake reduces this oxidative burden, allowing antioxidants to do their job. This directly supports healthier, younger-looking skin. Another important factor is how insulin affects blood vessels. High insulin damages the lining of blood vessels, reducing nitric oxide production. Nitric oxide is essential for proper blood flow. Reduced blood flow means less oxygen and nutrients reach the skin. When insulin levels normalize, blood vessels function better, circulation improves, and skin color becomes healthier and more vibrant. Now let's address redness and skin sensitivity. Chronic inflammation often shows up as redness, flushing, or reactive skin. This is especially common around the nose, cheeks, and chin. Lowering inflammatory foods reduces immune overactivation in the skin. As inflammation calms, redness fades, and the skin barrier becomes stronger. One thing that surprises many people is how quickly these changes can happen. Skin is a reflection of what's happening inside your body right now, not months ago. When insulin and inflammation are lowered, the skin environment changes almost immediately. Fluid balance improves, circulation improves, and cellular stress decreases. This is also why topical products alone rarely fix aging skin. You can apply the most expensive creams, but if insulin is high and inflammation is ongoing, those products are fighting an uphill battle. True skin rejuvenation starts internally. Let's talk briefly about frequency of eating. Even if you eat healthy foods, eating too often can keep insulin elevated. Constant grazing never allows insulin to come down. This keeps the body in storage mode and maintains low-grade inflammation. Giving your body breaks between meals allows insulin to fall and repair processes to activate. Another overlooked source of inflammation is food intolerance. Some people react to certain foods with subtle inflammation that shows up on the skin. This can appear as puffiness, breakouts, or accelerated aging. Reducing inflammatory foods often reveals clearer, calmer skin. Stress also ties directly into this picture. Stress hormones raise blood sugar, which raises insulin. Chronic stress keeps insulin elevated even if your diet is relatively clean. This is why stress management is essential for maintaining a youthful appearance. When stress hormones drop, insulin regulation improves and inflammation decreases. Sleep plays a supporting role here as well. Poor sleep worsens insulin resistance and increases inflammation. Even one night of bad sleep can increase facial puffiness and dullness the next day. Restorative sleep allows insulin sensitivity to improve and inflammatory markers to decrease. Now here's the most important takeaway. Aging of the face is not just about time passing. It's about metabolic health. High insulin and chronic inflammation silently accelerate facial aging. But when you address these root causes, the body responds quickly. Lowering sugar and refined carbohydrates, reducing processed foods, spacing meals appropriately, managing stress, and improving sleep all work together to bring insulin and inflammation down. As this happens, the face reflects those changes. Puffiness decreases, skin tone improves, fine lines soften, facial features become more defined. This is why some people seem to reverse aging without procedures. You're not reversing time. They're removing the factors that were speeding aging up. When insulin and inflammation are under control, your skin can finally do what it's designed to do: repair, renew, protect. And when that happens, looking younger becomes a natural side effect of better health, not something you have to chase. That's the real secret. You don't need to fight aging, you need to stop feeding it. When people talk about youthful skin, they usually focus on creams, serums, and treatments. But the truth is, your skin doesn't become youthful from the outside in, it becomes youthful from the inside out. One of the biggest reasons skin starts to look older is not a lack of products, but a lack of proper cellular hydration and key nutrients that your skin cells depend on every single day. Let's start with hydration, because this is where most people get it wrong. They think drinking more water automatically means better skin. But hydration is not just about how much water you drink, it's about whether that water actually gets inside your cells. If water stays outside the cells, your skin can still look dry, thin, and tired even if you drink a lot of fluids. Your cells need electrolytes to pull water in and keep it there. One of the most important electrolytes for youthful skin is potassium. Potassium helps regulate fluid balance at the cellular level. When potassium is low, water doesn't enter the cells efficiently. The result is skin that looks dehydrated, flat, and less elastic. This is why people with low potassium often notice dull skin, fine lines that look deeper, and a lack of that healthy glow. When potassium levels improve, water moves into the cells, causing them to swell slightly in a healthy way. This gives the skin a plumper, smoother appearance. Fine lines appear softer, and the skin looks more refreshed, sometimes within days. Potassium-rich foods like leafy greens and avocados don't just hydrate the skin, they improve electrical signaling in cells, which helps nutrients move in and waste move out. This cellular efficiency is a major factor in skin clarity and tone. Now let's talk about healthy fats, because skin is literally built from fat. Every skin cell is surrounded by a membrane made largely of fat. If the fats you consume are damaged or inflammatory, your skin cell membranes become weak and leaky. This leads to moisture loss, sensitivity, and accelerated aging. Healthy fats like olive oil, avocados, and certain animal fats help build strong, flexible cell membranes. When these membranes are strong, skin cells retain moisture better and are more resistant to environmental stress. This is why adding healthy fats to your diet often leads to softer, smoother skin without changing anything else. These fats also help reduce inflammation. When inflammation goes down, skin redness decreases, texture improves, and the skin barrier becomes stronger. A strong skin barrier means less irritation, better hydration, and a more youthful appearance. Now let's move to vitamin C, one of the most critical nutrients for skin youth. Vitamin C is essential for collagen production. Collagen is the framework that holds your skin together. Without enough vitamin C, collagen becomes weak and disorganized. This leads to sagging, fine lines, and slower skin repair. Vitamin C also acts as a powerful antioxidant. It neutralizes free radicals that damage skin cells and accelerate aging. When oxidative stress is reduced, skin cells function better and live longer. This results in brighter skin, improved tone, and a more even complexion. What many people don't realize is that vitamin C deficiency doesn't always show up as illness. It often shows up as tired-looking skin, slower healing, and increased wrinkling. Increasing vitamin C intake through whole foods supports collagen production from the inside, which no topical product can truly replace. Zinc is another nutrient that plays a major role in how young your skin looks. Zinc is involved in over 300 enzymatic reactions in the body, many of which are related to skin repair and immune function. When zinc is low, skin regeneration slows down, cuts heal slower, blemishes linger longer, and skin looks worn out. Adequate zinc helps regulate oil production, reduce inflammation, and support the production of new skin cells. This leads to clearer skin, smoother texture, and a healthier overall appearance. Zinc also supports the immune defense of the skin, protecting it from damage caused by bacteria and environmental stressors. Now, let's talk about magnesium, another often overlooked mineral. Magnesium helps regulate stress hormones and supports deep sleep. Both of these are critical for skin repair. When magnesium is low, stress levels increase and sleep quality drops. This directly impacts skin aging. During deep sleep, the body releases growth hormone, which repairs tissues and supports skin renewal. Magnesium helps facilitate this process. When sleep improves, skin repairs more efficiently, leading to reduced dark circles, better tone, and a more rested appearance. Another key nutrient for youthful skin is vitamin A, but not in the way most people think. Vitamin A supports skin cell turnover. This means old, damaged skin cells are replaced with fresh ones more efficiently. When this process slows down, skin looks dull and uneven. Whole food sources of vitamin A help normalize skin renewal without irritating the skin. This supports smoother texture and a more even complexion over time. Now let's tie hydration and nutrients together because they work as a system. When your cells are properly hydrated and nourished, metabolic waste is removed more efficiently. This reduces puffiness and improves skin clarity. Many people notice that when they improve their nutrient intake, facial swelling decreases and contours become more defined. This is especially noticeable around the eyes and jawline. Puffiness in these areas is often a sign of poor lymphatic drainage combined with dehydration at the cellular level. Proper hydration and minerals help the lymphatic system move fluid out of the face more effectively. Another important factor is protein intake. Skin is made of protein, particularly collagen. Without adequate protein, the body struggles to maintain skin structure. Protein provides the amino acids needed to build and repair skin tissue. When protein intake is sufficient, skin becomes stronger and more resilient. Now let's talk about blood sugar and nutrients. When blood sugar is high, nutrients don't get into cells as efficiently. High insulin interferes with nutrient absorption at the cellular level. This means even if you eat healthy foods, your skin may not benefit if insulin is constantly elevated. When insulin levels stabilize, nutrients like vitamin C, zinc, and magnesium can enter cells more effectively. This dramatically improves skin function and appearance. This is why dietary changes often lead to rapid improvements in skin quality. Let's not forget circulation. Nutrients need blood flow to reach the skin. When circulation is poor, skin cells become undernourished. Proper hydration improves blood volume and circulation, allowing nutrients to reach the skin more efficiently. This results in a healthier skin color and improved vitality. Another overlooked aspect is sodium balance. Sodium is often blamed for puffiness, but sodium is essential for hydration. The problem isn't sodium itself, but the imbalance between sodium and potassium. When potassium is low and sodium is high, water retention increases. When both are balanced, hydration improves without puffiness. Now here's something very important. Youthful skin is not about flooding the body with supplements. It's about restoring balance. Whole foods provide nutrients in a form the body recognizes and uses efficiently. When nutrients work together, the skin responds quickly. This is why some people see improvements in skin texture, hydration, and glow within a short period of making dietary changes. The skin is constantly renewing itself. When you give it what it needs, it shows. Let's talk about the emotional side for a moment. When skin looks healthier, people feel more confident. That confidence changes posture, facial expression, and even how others perceive you. This creates a positive feedback loop where feeling better inside makes you look better outside. Another key point is consistency. Skin responds to daily habits, not occasional efforts. Consistently supplying hydration and nutrients allows the skin to maintain its structure and function. Over time, this leads to fewer wrinkles, better elasticity, and a more youthful appearance. Now let's bring it all together. Youthful skin depends on hydrated cells, strong cell membranes, efficient collagen production, and low inflammation. Potassium helps water enter cells. Healthy fats strengthen cell membranes. Vitamin C supports collagen. Zinc and magnesium support repair and stress control. Protein provides structure. Together, these factors create skin that looks plump, smooth, and vibrant. When these needs are met, the skin doesn't struggle, it thrives. Fine lines soften, texture improves, tone becomes more even. The face looks refreshed, not because you covered something up, but because the skin is functioning the way it was designed to. This is why chasing products rarely solves the problem. Products can help on the surface, but real transformation happens when skin cells are nourished and hydrated from within. If there's one thing to remember, it's this. Your skin is a reflection of your internal environment. When your cells are hydrated and nourished, your skin naturally looks younger. No tricks, no shortcuts, just giving your body what it needs to do its job well. That's how real lasting skin youth is created. When it comes to looking younger, most people focus only on what they eat or what they put on their skin. But there's another layer that is just as powerful and often even more important. It's how well your body repairs itself. And three of the biggest drivers of repair are deep sleep, stress control, and short periods of fasting. These are not lifestyle trends. They are biological switches that tell your body when it's time to rebuild instead of break down. Let's start with sleep, because sleep is when real anti-aging happens. During the day, your body is exposed to stress, toxins, light, and constant stimulation. Skin cells take damage from UV light, pollution, and normal metabolic activity. The only time your body truly fixes this damage is when you're asleep, especially during deep sleep. Deep sleep is when your body releases growth hormone. Growth hormone is one of the most powerful youth-related hormones you have. It stimulates tissue repair, collagen production, and cellular regeneration. When growth hormone is released at healthy levels, skin repairs micro-damage, becomes more elastic, and maintains thickness and firmness. The problem is many people are sleeping, but they're not getting deep sleep. They may be in bed for 7 or 8 hours, but their sleep is shallow and fragmented. Late night eating, bright screens, stress, and irregular sleep schedules all interfere with deep sleep. When deep sleep is reduced, growth hormone drops. And when growth hormone drops, the face shows it quickly. Dark circles under the eyes, dull skin, and a tired expression are often signs of poor sleep quality, not just lack of sleep time. Even one night of poor sleep can cause fluid to accumulate under the eyes and increase inflammation in the face. Over time, chronic poor sleep accelerates skin aging dramatically. Now, here's the encouraging part. When sleep quality improves, the face often responds fast. Better sleep leads to better circulation, reduced inflammation, and improved lymphatic drainage. This means less puffiness, brighter eyes, and a more rested appearance. Some times within days. Stress is the next major factor, and it's closely tied to sleep. Chronic stress keeps cortisol elevated. Cortisol is a survival hormone, not a repair hormone. When cortisol is high, your body prioritizes immediate energy over long-term repair. This means collagen breakdown increases, skin regeneration slows, and fat distribution in the face changes. High cortisol breaks down collagen and elastin. Over time, this leads to thinner skin and more visible lines. Cortisol also affects where fat is stored and lost. In the face, chronic stress can cause a hollow or sagging appearance, especially around the cheeks and jawline. Stress also worsens inflammation and blood sugar control. Elevated cortisol raises blood sugar, which raises insulin. This creates a cycle where stress accelerates all the internal processes that make you look older. This is why people under long-term stress often look aged beyond their years. The face is extremely sensitive to emotional stress. Facial muscles hold tension without you realizing it. Tight jaw muscles, furrowed brows, and clenched facial expressions become habitual under stress. Over time, this tension affects blood flow and lymphatic drainage, contributing to an aged, rigid appearance. Lowering stress doesn't require dramatic changes. Simple things like slow breathing, regular walking, short breaks from screens, and exposure to natural light can significantly reduce cortisol. When cortisol drops, facial muscles relax, circulation improves, and the face softens. This alone can make someone look noticeably younger. Now let's talk about fasting, because this is one of the most powerful repair tools your body has. When you eat all day long, your body stays in digestion mode. Insulin remains elevated and repair processes are suppressed. When you stop eating for a period of time, your body switches gears. During fasting, insulin levels drop. When insulin is low, your body activates autophagy. Autophagy is the process where your body cleans out damaged cells, broken proteins, and cellular waste. This is like a deep cleaning at the cellular level. And yes, this includes skin cells. Autophagy helps remove old, dysfunctional skin cells and supports the generation of healthier ones. This leads to clearer skin, improved texture, and a more youthful appearance. Fasting also increases growth hormone, further enhancing tissue repair and collagen maintenance. One of the first visible changes people notice with fasting is reduced facial puffiness. This happens because insulin drops, water retention decreases, and inflammation calms down. The face often looks leaner, more defined, and more rested. Fasting also improves insulin sensitivity, which allows nutrients to enter our cells more effectively. This means the vitamins and minerals you consume actually get used for repair. Skin cells receive better nourishment, leading to improved tone and resilience. Another overlooked benefit of fasting is improved mitochondrial function.